In the first DIY, I'll be using this apple that I picked up from Dollar Tree. I also have some silver acrylic paint that I'll be using to paint the stem of the apple. And finally, I have the small paintbrush. I applied one layer of paint to the stem. I allowed that to dry and then came back with the second layer of paint. Next, I cut 4 small strips of bling and hot glued them onto the stem. To finish the stem off, I added a small rhinestone at the top of the stem. Okay, moving right along. Now it's time to add our crushed glass to the apple. So I start out by pouring some into this bowl. I have this container and I'll put some Mod Podge on the inside of it. I also have this medium-sized brush, and I'll use the brush to put the Mod Podge on the apple. Now if you don't care to use Mod Podge, then you can try this Fix-All glue from Dollar Tree. Just make sure that you use it in a well-ventilated area. Now the process is really easy. I'll brush on the Mod Podge and then pile some crushed glass on top of the Mod Podge. And I'll repeat these steps until the apple is completely covered in crushed glass. Here is how it looks so far. I'll let this dry and then fill in any open spaces on the apple with more Mod Podge and crushed glass. In this next DIY, I'll show you how to make a beautiful glass cloche using mostly Dollar Tree products. In this DIY, I'll be using this glass, a pack of acrylic gems. I also have this acrylic knob, but feel free to use whatever you like. You can even use a marble. I have a magnifying glass from Dollar Tree, but I'll only be using the glass, so I just popped it right out. And finally, a candle holder. All things are from Dollar Tree except for the knob. Alright, so I'll get started by removing the label and cleaning the glass. Okay, so I flipped the glass upside down. Now I'll glue the knob to the bottom of the glass. And because I want the knob to remain there permanently, I'll use this clear Gorilla Glue. I applied the glue to the knob and then carefully placed it in the center of my glass. Then I taped it down to hold it in place until the glue set up. Now I'll apply some glue to the top of my candle holder. I put down a few drops of hot glue and then glued the magnifying glass to the candle holder, making sure that it's centered. There's no need to let the Gorilla Glue set up because the hot glue gives it an instant hold. Now if you look closely at the gem, you'll notice there's a couple of curves in the gem. I think that's the perfect spot to glue the gem to the magnifying glass. So I'll start out by applying some hot glue to the magnifying glass. Then I attached the gem to the glue and held it in place until the hot glue set up. Alright, so this is what we have so far. I'll glue the remaining gems on off camera and then come back and we'll be done. Okay, as you can see, I'm done adding the gems. Adding the gems makes the base look elegant and glam. Finally, I secured the gems with more hot glue. Now my cloche is completely done, But if you like to add bling, you can put some around the neck or at the base of the candle holder. I put the top in place, and now I have a glam, inexpensive cloche made using mostly Dollar Tree products. I made a second cloche using 2 candle holders. I'll put them both on display, come back and let you see what they look like. Okay, so now to our third and final DIY. In this DIY, we'll be making a tidbit tray. Here I have 3 plates that I picked up from Dollar Tree. And I also have this 3-piece tidbit tray kit. I bought this from Amazon.com, and I actually received 5 sets in my package. And I'll also be using my heating tool. You can use a soldering iron, or you can use a really small screwdriver as well. I'll use this attachment on my tool because it's close to the size of the screws that I'll be using from my tidbit kit. Okay, so the first thing I'll do is remove all the labels from my plates. And I purchased all 3 plates from Dollar Tree. I marked the center of this plate with this marker. I just eyeballed it, but feel free to use a ruler if you need to. I'm done marking all 3 plates. Now I'll take my heating tool and burn a hole right into the dot that I put on the plate. As you can see that the plate started to smoke and give off fumes, so I made sure that my window was open and had a couple of masks for safety. After I finished burning the hole through the plate, I took one of the pieces from my kit to see if it would fit through the hole. And sure enough, the hole in the plate was too small, so I reinserted the tool, moved it around in a circular motion until the hole was big enough to accommodate the screws from the kit. Next, I inserted the screw to make sure that it fit properly. If I made a mistake and made a hole too big, my tray would end up wobbly instead of sturdy. I checked the other 2 plates to make sure that the screws fit. Then I wiped all 3 clean. Finally, I'll assemble my tidbit tray by starting with the top and smallest plate. Now I'll attach the third and final plate, and our tidbit tray will be done. I used a Phillips head screwdriver to make sure that it was completely tight, and now it's ready to use. Okay everyone, this completes my DIY. I hope that you guys enjoyed it, and if you did, please leave me a thumbs up. And please don't forget to comment below because I really enjoy reading your comments. And I'm currently taking DIY requests. So if you have a DIY you'd like to see me create, leave it in the comments below. Also, if you're new to my channel, please consider subscribing. I would love to have you join my YouTube family. Okay, creative family members, I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks so much for watching.